Hi, my name is Joseph O'Loughlin. I'm presenting the marketing plan for Joseph Michael, which is a telehealth service. We are patient-centered. We deliver quality care. Um, our mission is to facilitate patient-centered quality care using proven technology. And for any of you not familiar with the healthcare and telehealth industry, a lot of the images used in diagnosing various conditions can be taken from anywhere, any location, and assessed at any other location. Um, there's a lot going on in that field and a lot of good things that can be done. And so slide 3, I just want to overview this marketing plan. Of course, it doesn't have everything in it. I tried to address some of the main points, which are the personnel involved, our marketing strategy, the compensation involved, just very lightly, the website, what we want to do with that, our weekly meetings and what's involved in those, how we want to focus our marketing efforts via market segmentation, and also the use of our marketing materials. So first, our personnel, we are a streamlined organization. We're a startup, and so we don't have a lot of people to burn, or to not have it full use. And so what we've got is one manager, 4 salespeople, 2 secretaries, and then we thought it was vital to have a strategic brand manager who full-time is on the web, making us look good. Also talking to newspapers, different organizations, things like that, to deliver a consistent message, strong, consistent message, and put that where it needs to be. The manager, let me just talk briefly about these positions. The manager, first and foremost, is a producer. And because it's difficult to lead from behind. If you're not producing yourself, you'll have a hard time getting anyone else to. And so they produce, but they also facilitate the success of the other salespeople. So they've got to be closing deals. They've also got to be helping these other salespeople be successful. Then we've got 2 secretaries. One secretary is the office administrator and kind of the manager's right-hand assistant in basically getting things done. The other secretary facilitates the success of the other salespeople, doing a lot of the back office work, getting things ready for them. Basically, their feet. They're the ones running to get things done. The strategic brand manager, again, I touched on that before, but really this person will be the eyes and ears of the organization and the voice, getting the word out about Joseph Michael and the service it provides. The next slide is the marketing strategy, and basically we want to tell a consistent story. We want to tell people that Joseph Michael can better their lives, simplify healthcare, and improve the healthcare situation in every way. And there's a lot of ways that this technology can be used. We're going to focus on just a few parts. And then marketing strategy is strategic placement of this information. You'll see later how we've divided up the market, and we want to place this information in the right people's hands. The next slide is the compensation. We want people to be motivated to succeed, and so we will give a modest base salary, enough to live on, and then a commission commensurate with performance. We definitely want people motivated to succeed. The company, that's how the company is paid, and we want everyone motivated that way. Our website is going to be informative. Also, the primary purpose will be for lead generation. We want to drive business. And what we'll have is on each information page a link requesting, allowing people to request further information. And when they request information, of course, we'll want their contact information, as well as the location of where they might be requesting Joseph Michael's service. We want to know why they're interested. Is it to increase productivity, decrease absences from work, simply convenience, or some other reason that they can indicate? We want to know at what stage in the buying cycle they are, whether they're just casually perusing the market, or whether they know about this, they want to make a decision soon, say the next 3 to 6 months. Or someone who is interested, they've got a solid interest, but don't know when they might make a decision. And we want to know the person's position in the company. We want to try to get a feel for whether this person is a decision maker, or whether it's maybe someone a little bit higher up in the companies who will actually be making a decision on this type of thing. We want to know how they found us, and we want to know what market segment they're in. And this will be a drop-down box. And what this does, and there will also be a comments field where they can freeform write whatever they want. The market segment they choose will determine where this information is sent. As soon as they hit submit, it's going to be sent out to whatever salesperson is involved, as well as the manager, if it's not the manager's segment himself. Also to that person's secretary and the administrative secretary, so everyone knows what's going on. And the expectation is that this person will be contacted within 24 hours, and preferably within just 3 hours, excluding weekends. And we want to know how to proceed best with this person. We want to get in touch with them fast while they're still warm. On the form, we'll indicate what's their preferred contact method, and really do a lot to touch base with this person in a way that's convenient for them, and in a way that moves things along. When they hit submit, we'll also send them an informational PowerPoint that's easy to send around, so we can share information that way. And we'll also collect a database, and twice a month we'll send out information emails that, if people will read these, they'll know as much about the field of telehealth as anybody, and we'll gain their trust that way. Weekly meetings will be, that's the next slide, a vital part of our success. The accountability can go a long way in breeding success in a company, and so we feel this is a vital part of our marketing strategy. The manager's meeting will be with the manager and the administrative assistant for the first half, and the second half, the brain manager will walk in. The first half, they'll discuss the numbers. How's production? How's our closing rate? Are these things, what we're working on, how profitable is it? And also any kind of office details that need to be taken care of. We want to compare success this week with the previous week's success, the previous month, the previous year. And we'll also compare it against the previous calendar year, so that we know, there's various, so we can see trends in the season. And let's see, the brain manager will come in and we'll talk with her about really what's happening in that world, good, the bad, the ugly, and are we displaying a consistent message? Where does that need to go? We'll also discuss any conferences, meetings we want to go to, any organizations we might want to be a part of, organizations we might want to be leaders within, and go from there. The team meeting will focus on first recognition, information, and then motivate people as they leave. In this meeting, we'll have a part that's an open forum where we can get everyone's mind on the various matters we're dealing with, congratulate successes and talk about our challenges, what we can do better, and how we can help everyone succeed. Then after this meeting will be a salesperson personal interview. There's 4 salespeople, 4 weeks in a month, and so each week the manager will talk with a salesperson and discuss how are they doing. In this meeting, they'll discuss individuals, every individual that this person is working with, the leads, the various customers that are being developed, and what needs to happen next. This will also be an opportunity if the salesperson wants to share personal goals and one overall thrust of Joseph Michael will be to build the people within it, because the results will come. And so this personal interview will be focused on building the salespeople. Next is market segments. I told you we were going to talk a little bit about these. There's insurance providers, physicians, senior housing, daycare, and mental institutions and corporations. And I won't go into too much depth, but as time allows, insurance providers, we need to show them that this is going to save them money. That's how they'll know if it's a good deal for them. And with the ratios being instituted by the government, this ratio of administration to payouts, we want to help them get in line. And if they do think that will cost them more money, perhaps this will bring them in line if they're a little bit off kilter in that arena. But what studies have shown, and this is what we tell them, is that really we save them money. People may use this service a little bit more than they would regularly scheduled doctor's appointments. But there will be fewer visits to the emergency room. People's overall health will improve, which they make out ahead on that. And if they choose, they can charge people to be involved with this program. What we'd want from them is to be compensated at the same rate as an in-person visit, and perhaps a little bit more for the additional staff required to do this. There's the physician on one end, and then with the patient is someone else. In many cases, this is taken care of by the organization already involved, but we feel like it is an added service, and in many cases it is being considered something to pay additional money for. But we would be happy to start at just the regular compensation, the compensation for a regular visit. But that would be our angle. We would approach Medicare, Medicaid, make sure that's in line. Check in with Blue Cross, Blue Shield, and Anthem, and some local companies so they can start providing this service to those they serve. Physicians would be our next segment, and we want to help them understand how much this helps them. No secretaries required, no offices required for these patients, and it can be extremely profitable for them as they're able to focus just on their diagnosing and serving their patients. This happens anyway in a hospital setting, but they don't have to pay for this. They don't have to pay for the space. And really, it's all they need is a computer and a good medical brain, and they're able to do good work. We take care of everything else. The physicians will, we focus on geriatricians, also pediatricians. This is a geriatrics program, but this is a service that has been shown to greatly benefit children, and some general practitioners we would want in line for this. And this for them, it can be extremely profitable. So we sit down with them and just run the numbers for them. This works. They can make more doing this than probably anything else they can do.